Sup YouTube, Reaper the Hellrider Hedgehog here, and welcome back to another stream. I know it's been a while since we last streamed on chat, and I finally found my goddamn PNG. I'm gonna go ahead and change the audio mic because I am using the shitty ass headset. Once again, because it's just been a bitch. For some reason my old one just been a bitch.
That's crazy.
Ass. People can barely hear me out of it for some fucking reason. They can't. But I am here with External VR. Say hi if you want.
So,
Yeah, and I'm in the Hellriderverse server, and if y'all guys want to, before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and make sure to join the Hellriderverse community on Discord. The one on VR chat, sadly, we lost the fight because I forgot to delete it after I deleted my old VR chat account. But don't worry, we're probably gonna make a new one. Or keep the same old one up. If y'all guys want to join the old one, you can. We still have a moderation team in there anyways. So, yeah. If my controller fucking connects, because I'm not going to play this fucking game unless without my controller. Like, it just feels weird. It just feels weird to play a Sonic game without a goddamn controller. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's playing through my speaker. Oh, and shush, shush. Wait. Hello?
So.
Still playing through my speaker. Hello? Hello? Bro, that audio was up on fucking loud. Like, full on, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Oh, God. Hopefully I didn't wake the neighbors up. Hello, Reaps. Hi, GG Warriors. God, I hope I didn't wake my neighbors up. I would feel so bad. Is it connected? Don't tell me it's connected. Okay. It's not connected. He disconnected. But while to everyone in chat, I apologize that I've been busy with the late uploads. I just been more focused on Twitch because I'm trying to get paid. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, everyone. I am going through a struggle right now. And it's just been a real pain in the ass. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Did Frontiers crash?
Don't tell
Cause
me it just did.
Ah
It didn't. Wait.
no.
Game, work for me. Good boy. I got it to work. Fuck yeah.
Bruh, only if I could get mine to work on my PC. Shit.
But yeah, chat, last time we left off at... Wait, what the fuck? My audio ain't working.
I can hear it on this end. I don't know if it can hear it
I think it's just my headphones are being a bitch. Hold on. The fuck? Okay. Hold on, wait, try talking real quick.
on. Yo.
Okay. Oh, wait, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. Desktop audio. Okay. Try talking again.
yo.
There we go. I think that fixed it. Please work. What? Hello? Game?
I mean, it's coming through on this end.
It's not coming through on my end. That's so fucking weird. Maybe it's... I can't just immediately believe that it's not gonna work. Real quick, I gotta fucking... do this. That was the most weirdest thing, though. But then again, I forget that my bass speaker is always connected to my computer due to the fact I'm a music producer. Okay? Yes, chat, I have other hobbies besides fucking skateboarding and being edgy and chugging down monsters and recording nonstop.
I'm gonna be so real with you. I only have one monster in my life.
You're bullshitting me,
I only have one.
bruh.
I'm
The-
not bullshitting you.
Does the audio
I
sound
only
good,
had
chat?
one.
Reaper, is that multi? Is that multi? I can't tell who that is. No, this is external VR. You goober. He does
It's
not.
me, the
Wait.
cybernetic diva.
Do you identify as a male or a female? I have to make sure because
Female.
female. I apologize. I always get people's genders mixed up. Like, why is this a common thing for me that I always fucked up someone's gender? First Fallens, then my ex, then okay.
Okay, but I don't think we need to go on the lore spree here.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Henry. I'm talking about my other one.
Oh, I know.
I have multiple exes, so I lost count. Oh well, I was terrible at dating anyways. Kids
And yet
never.
here I am with my own operating system while people have Windows. God damn it.
Never date on VR, chat. It is a terrible experience. Trust me.
Just don't
I
date
should
anyone
know.
that's in the Sonic community in general.
I don't know. I mean, there are some good Sonic. Dog, what? Hello? Why is my audio not working?
Battery low, 15%.
That.
Oh nah.
Why? Oh wait. That's.
Oh nah. Oh nah. Oh nah.
What?
Go to Streamlab.
Hold on. Did that fix the audio? It better.
Oh. 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 Oh.
That should do it. Hold on, chat. We're having technical difficulties here. Calm the fuck down. Alright.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
What? Oh. Remember, Reaper, I can hear you good. Yeah, you got my gender wrong. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. How many times am I gonna fuck this up? I'm always fucking it
too many to
up.
count.
I'm always fucking this shit up. I swear. Alright, well, last time we left off at Chaos Island, I explored a little bit, but then I became too lazy and tired because it was a late night upload. So I decided to go ahead and end the stream. But now we're back in my home, my personal home, Chaos Island. I'm home. Hold on, wait, to make sure my game doesn't crash. Dog, why is everything on fucking hello?
Everything's on max.
Why? I always have to change it to low. But yeah, we got the soap shoes. Alright. My controller feels off. Wait, I didn't mean to go there. Come here.
I don't know if I should try to get sessions optimized enough.
I might have to turn down the game audio a little bit. Hold up. From my end, at least, because it's hard to hear you. Alright, what the fuck am I doing? I could just turn up your mic volume. Hold up.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish I could
That
censor
too.
things. Alright, Mike, talk real quick.
Yo.
A little bit better. A little bit, but alright, it'll do. It'll do. It'll do. Chat, it's not easy being an emo Sonic nerd. It's not my fault that I'm going deaf. I listen to metal music non-stop, chat. I promise. I don't lie.
Bro, you listen to my remix that I use a fucking electric guitar
Yeah,
for.
no shit, and it ear blast my ears. I'm actually about to start my own band pretty soon. Because I'm gonna try replaying the electric guitar, because I used to play electric guitar. But mine broke, because I shredded it too much. But I'm getting a new one, and I'm gonna start completely over. I'm actually working on a song project with someone. It's a Dead by Daylight song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like a collaboration. Cause before I did guitar and stuff, I was a vocalist. This game is very peaceful, though. I will admit.
Until you realize Sonic dies.
Don't spoil it. Does he actually die?
Though.
Does he actually die? Oh, well, I mean, he did die in 06, but we don't talk about it.
Yes and no.
The drop dash is ass. I will
The
admit.
answer to your question is yes and no.
God, you're so ass.
Did you know you can just, like... Yeah, there you go.
Come here. God, why is it so hard to control? Holy shit.
You can just, like, go in midair and then you just hold the charge parry thing and then you can just stay there.
I know you can do that. It's fucking broken. POV.
Yeah, even then, it saves you from the up kind of the up Sonic challenge for this game.
Imagine if Multiverse Sonic added that to his moveset. The parry.
Oh, I did meet Multiverse before.
Oh, trust me, I did as well. He's the reason why I went after like the piston in the first place, because I was manipulated by him.
Well, even then, the guy's chill.
He very much is. He's actually one of my subscribers. Fun fact.
Nice.
Yeah, he joined one of my streams before. He even helped out with the piston bullshit.
You are not ready.
Oh, that's all right. Time to cyclone multiple times.
Yeah. I'm too good at this. I mean, I don't even need all the fucking shit because most of the time I've been preparing.
You kept your ring level at
400. Because I was more focused on getting the upgrades first. Because it really doesn't matter, you know?
If you max out both speed and rings, then you don't have to worry about trying to get overcharged.
If you max out speed, it'll also max out your ring counter.
Yeah, I know. But the ring counter's like a separate thing itself.
Did you hear about that definitive edition though?
For Frontiers?
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be a bummer?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Do you think it's gonna be a bummer?
That's a if.
If they add Shadow DLC. If they at least add a Shadow DLC, that actually will make sense. Yeah, episode.
Like an episode Shadow.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense why Shadow was in Chaos Island in Sonic Gens. Like, it really doesn't.
Shadow Gens.
That's why I said Shadow Gens.
You said Sonic.
Oh, god damn it.
Look, it's an assault model Death Egg robot.
Yeah, that's such a soy
Looks
queen.
pretty entrenched. I'll take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Yeah.
How about you give me a
something
fiver?
like
Totally
this
not,
every day. These things are
totally
tough to
not
take down,
something that
even
Eggman
for
did.
me. Wonder what took it out. Maybe that ghost girl.
Hey, Sonic, I found a
You mean
remote control
Eggman's
panel.
daughter?
It's still online.
Yeah, you mean Eggman's daughter?
Let's see what
Dwight?
Eggman was trying to do with this thing.
AI generated
And if it goes
daughter.
bad, you can shut it
AI
off.
generated. And I generated art.
Okay, I don't want to hear that part.
Yeah. Sage, what the fuck did you do? I made art. This is all AI generated. I know because I made it. Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah, the hacking mission. So you know Tonu Project? This is literally what it is.
Yes, I know that. By passion. What the fuck? Oh shit.
One button shoots dark bullets, the other shoots light bullets.
Alright,
You have to
alright,
match
alright.
the bullets in order to block.
Got it. What the fuck? Oh. That was easy. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. I don't know why I like the pew pew noise.
Hacking missions are fun.
Oh yeah, they are. They bring me back to like what's that one game that I used to play? I used to play it in the arcade.
It just reminds me of Tonu Project, really.
By the way, GG Warriors is the person who's making my world for VR chat, which is what we're gonna be using for season 2. Hey, GG Warriors, this is what I was talking, by the
Whoa,
way.
that did the trick.
caverns. Oh wait.
Yep, it revealed a subterranean pathway. Be careful though. Whatever took out that Super Badnik might still be lurking around.
I hear that. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you later.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. It's funny that Shadow abuses you.
Abuses you is crazy.
What? In every game, he literally gets beaten the shit out. Look,
Eggman, Chat GPT daughter.
wait, are you reading chat?
Yes.
Chat GPT. That's accurate. Skadoosh.
Okay, now this area, really, in the ruins,
Yeah.
reminds me
This is
of
my favorite area, by the way.
either two games. One of being like Ruby Grim Eclipse, and the other being Skyward Sword.
By the way, GG Warriors, take notes. This is why I want the underground bunker. Well, not the underground bunker, but the underground base to look like. Because it's supposed to be like Chaos Island. This is why I want it to be mostly. Beautiful. Is it not? Anyway. I don't know why, but I just like ancient areas. You know what I'm gonna add to Frontiers probably if I ever do mod it?
What?
First thing I'm adding, Hansine Miku.
There's not a mod for Frontiers yet, but there is one in the making.
I can't wait to see it. What Tyrone?
I'm surprised that the Switch can handle this because, like, look at the realism.
Well, on Frontiers?
Yes.
If you put down the low quality, you have no problem. Are you talking about the Switch 1? Because yeah, that's actually true.
Yes.
Bro, you should see what the people do in VR chat. Like, they added the whole entire Sonic Frontiers model and the mechanics, like, in VR chat. There's even a third-person mode. And makes you feel like Sonic. So, you know those Sonic worlds, you know, that have the grindable rails?
Yes.
If you go onto the grindable rail with the Sonic model, he actually
plays
grinds.
the animation.
Yeah. That's fucking sick. I've been praying for them to put an Unleashed or at least a Generations version of that. Or tell me something real quick. They added Radical Highway recently to VR chat. Where the fuck is Speed Highway? Where's my favorite level?
Speed Highway. I think it's about the gag with
Well, very
like
if
Radical
they can,
Highway.
if they can add Unleashed levels, why not add Generations Chemical Plant or fucking Green Hill or something? Well, actually, they already did his Green Hill. So what the fuck am I on about? They shouldn't have did his fucking Chemical Plant. The fuck? I'm surprised my $3,000 shitty ass of a
Doesn't look like a
laptop.
lighthouse. A lookout tower, maybe?
As I was saying before Sonic interrupted me, I'm surprised that my shitty ass PC, my shitty ass $3,000 laptop could handle this game. If I sound like I'm too loud, it's just I'm not used to fucking... I'm so used to hearing my own voice with the fucking microphone. Parkour. Parkour.
Woohoo.
Oh, fuck.
I gotta add more. Give it to her.
You know what? I'm just gonna steal stuff from Sage. Why the fuck not?
Do it. Do it. Commit
I'm just
the
gonna.
crime.
I'm just gonna steal everything from Sage.
Yes. Commit the crime. Steal everything.
Well, even then, Eggman wants to go like, stop bullying my daughter. Kind of bullshit.
So I got a question for you, right? Because I've
Yeah.
been watching your content for a while now. How did you make the character that you made today? You know, what's the name of it, first of all? Because I might get fucking wrong.
Right. So the character, like, I had like thought of it before because like it was like something I based off of
Yeah.
originally, since the story of my character came from, of course, the Ruby universe, that being Remnant.
Right.
Originally the first early concept started off with the Hedgehog version, which is
Yeah, I saw that.
named Xeno.
I saw that one. I was
And
like,
if you watch
"Damn,
my
that's
earlier
interesting."
videos, like from like last year, you would understand like what he looked like.
Yeah.
Then it evolved, considering the fact that I was still trying to like make concepts, because again it was supposed to represent who I really am and all. It did
Right.
go over through the gender bend phase, which I'm not really too proud of, to be exact, because again we had the Shadina and Sonica and
Oh, yeah, tell me about
Sylvia
it.
and Tails Co bullshit.
Yeah, it was
I was not
terrible.
too proud of that. So I scrapped the entire thing. Then it went over to a human type of phase. But even then, I tried to attempt to keep the hedgehog aspects around for a bit.
Uh-huh.
But then, like, I didn't really want to remember as much from Sonic Renaissance, like, stuff.
Shit, I
with,
left
like-
that shit. Like, dead ass. Last year, like, I just couldn't handle it anymore. So
Like,
around like this year, I left it.
before like I ever met anyone really, and I was still like in the early phases of making the character. Like, there was this one time that I met this fuckhead, right? This is like a 30-year-old man harassing children on the internet by making drama videos, finding an excuse to expose them just because of course, childish behavior, because of that's what teenagers are, is like they commit childish behaviors. Am I wrong?
You ain't wrong.
I helped him out.
So like, I was getting harassed by this guy for like 2 years straight, and
Is that why
like,
you? Oh wait, is that why you decided to try to help the VR community and protect the kids like on this game?
We are bringing
yes and no.
Well, when you put it that way.
I did not want to deal with this guy due to the fact that this is a 30-year-old, right?
Right.
At the time, and then when he turned 31, he got associated with this person, that being Fleetway Supersonic VA, that being a everybody knows that is the no good show off.
Well, I'm not.
Uni.
I'm not that good with the Sonic fandom. The only YouTubers I ever grew up with, because I don't watch YouTube that much. I'm gonna be honest.
I understand.
I don't watch YouTube because I'm more of a old school type person. I watch movies.
The person in question is known as Uni, who is not really a good person. She is a predator, like piss take.
So they touch kids.
Yes. We did not know about that because she did that like for years, and nobody knew about it till years later when this guy, the 30-year-old man in question that kept harassing me, started associating with her and tried to defend her.
We're having trouble finding them.
Then he was like called out for it.
Gotcha.
So
Be right
like,
back.
fast forward a bit. Me and my IRL brother exposed them, but yet I did not want to keep anything related to a hedgehog in my character designs, considering the fact that it's been giving me nothing but PTSD and or all that. So I came up to the concept of looking through the Ruby universe again, since like, again, I'm like a big fan of Ruby as well. It's not just Minecraft or Sonic at one point.
Right.
But then there was like these creatures, like half human beings, that being Faunus, which has fangs and different like ear aspects, or kitty things, or like kitty, scorpion, you name it. So I did something similar to that, but that was kind of like, the first attempt was a pixel art attempt. Then I got into Canvas, right? Like I got into like college.
Right.
I started to actually know how to draw properly.
Yeah.
Using a trackpad. So I did that, and then by first attempt, like, it was like a early concept, which I think it's still hanging on my computer somewhere. I don't know where. But then it got to a very skill point that I introduced the first version, like, not first, well, no, the full-on current design of my character. That being Xenia Rose, aka Project Lightspeed 117. The story behind her is that she was kidnapped by a organization known as the Advanced Reworks Clinics.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Which is a organization that basically experiments on bioweapons and everything else like that. Until, like, one day they found out about Xenia's existence, since she was the daughter, like, in this AU, right? She is the daughter of Ruby Rose from, of course, Ruby. And what Xenia thought that Ruby Rose is dead, she was alive the entire time. But yet again, during a containment breach, Xenia was suffering like 18 years of like being experimented on, being used as a punching bag and everything else like that, etc., etc. She escaped and found refuge in a outskirts of a nearby city, that being Able City for a bit, and then that was attacked by Ark.
That's it.
Xenia
Canon
ran,
is complete.
and then she found Fail. She later found and reunited with Ruby Rose
No, their hero
in
didn't
a
show.
Ark,
They're worried
not Ark,
something's happened.
Atlas gunship, and that's when
It's like how
like,
I couldn't handle it after
the
Infinite
forgotten
attacked.
memories Xenia
One
had
wrong turn and I
started
fall
coming
apart.
back, and Ruby, that being her mother, has been helping her recover her memories, but also trying to help her control her newfound powers and her semblances. She has more than just one semblance, like every other normal citizen of Remnant, because like it's limited to one semblance, and then all of a sudden like Xenia has like a whole bunch of semblances,
Right.
which is pretty interesting. Since
is.
not only she has a speed semblance, but she also has a semblance in controlling technology of either ancient or modern.
That's pretty interesting.
She also got into performing alongside with the Miku of Remnant, which gave her the title since she does also control like cybernetic technology of both ancient and modern. It granted her the title of the Cybernetic Diva.
That's
The kitty ears of Xenia's represented the Faunus, husband of Ruby Rose of that universe. Which I still am writing on that part. Hold on, let me check. I already have like 6 people's worlds I need to create Reaper.
that's pretty interesting for your character.
Yeah,
Pretty radical. Yes, I use the term radical. I'm that much of a old soul, if that makes sense. Not as much as I usually say gnarly, but that's radical.
nice, dude.
Yeah, trust me, I was raised around like 90s to early 2000s type tech.
You gotta love it, dude.
I wish I could.
Hey, almost done here. Can you take our friend and find a couple more parts?
Yeah.
But
Can do.
if you're interested on, you know, because everybody, don't worry before you say anything. Everybody knows, like, my viewers have seen, like, the unbearable amount of bullshit.
Yay!
Oh shit, Sage. It's ChatGPT's daughter.
You've known so
It's Eggman ChatGPT.
Yeah, and?
your imprisonment within cyberspace, the defeat of the Ancients' Titans. Do you trust how he is handling it? With your life?
Well, Sonic has corruption in his body that is slowly killing him.
I'll admit
I
it
mean,
isn't perfect.
it's
Yeah.
cancer,
Sonic has overcome
but in more
impossible
so a
odds over and over
sci-fi
again.
way.
I know he'll save us all.
So you're saying you have faith in him?
It's not a matter of
Faith in dying,
I've got
yes.
a lifetime of data to back up my observations.
Your loyalty is founded on empirical data. I can appreciate that. The feelings he inspires in you and the others. Is that a facet of being alive?
Oh, by the way, the effects used for Sage, right? And I just found this to be interesting. It's a GIF.
It cannot be
It's a GIF
prevented.
image.
Oh
What are you
shit.
talking about?
For Sage, by the way. It's a GIF image.
That's
Tails
got-
is,
Kinder if you
the
don't know.
texture for Cyber Tails, the Cyber Ghost Tails, it's not a GIF, it's a normal PNG. The effects are done in Hedgehog Engine 2.
Ah, gotcha.
But Sage, it's interesting because her texture is literally that, a GIF image. Like a Discord GIF.
But yeah, since you already know about what I used to do back then, do you have any questions on, like, you know, why I did what I did, you know, like, why I decided to get my ass into predator catching and shit? Because my viewers already know. They've known how much shit we've been through for the past, like, year.
Wasn't it because of Piss Take?
There's a lot more reasons than that. A lot more. It's deeper
Was it
than
just
you think.
safety of children after what,
Gage did to me? Something like
Yes.
that. But growing up, like, where I live, like, where I live, like, it's basically hell on earth. And if you know what I mean, where I live, it's not that simple. And I guess since, you know, I'm at the subscribers that I've reached because I've been, you know, waiting to, like, get to 600 and shit, I guess I can explain a little bit of my backstory of my life. Just a little bit, it wouldn't hurt. Because I literally got my name and face stock, so what's the fucking point? Growing up, I always had a rough childhood. My dad was a drug addict, alcoholic, abusive father. He didn't abuse me, but he sure as hell abused the hell out of my mom. And I had to watch it. Even when I was 10 years old, when my stepdad had psychosis, I had to watch it. But not only did I have to grow up with all this shit, all this violence, I also had to grow up dealing with actual family drama. And it was a lot for my childhood mind to handle, believe me. But at the end of the day, I got through it. Because if you know why my character's name is Reaper the Hellrider, my character similarly, some of the events are based off of a true story of my life. Hellrider is a definition and meaning of a person who went through hell and overcome it. So if you're wondering why, that's why I gave the Reaper the Hellrider, you know, Hellrider. That's the reason. Because it signifies more than just a person who went through hell. It's a person who can be signified as someone who can bring hope into people's lives. But basically growing up, I always used to watch the news when I was a kid, and it was mostly like kidnappings and predators, you know? And I was getting sick and tired of it, and I didn't like how it was affecting, you know, the world and stuff. I also grew up watching like Batman, Spider-Man, you get the rest. And I always wanted to be some type of like protector, if that makes sense. I always wanted to help people. Because that was my childhood. When I was a kid, I originally wanted to be a cop. But I decided to put the odds against me and, you know, just become a content creator. Pursue my dream ever since I was 5 years old. But mostly what I wanted to do back then, when I was around, say 10 or 13, I wanted to join the VR chat worlds, you know? The only reason why I originally wanted to join VR chat, it's because you get to meet your favorite YouTubers. There were a couple of YouTubers that inspired me. Cyberchimp, Multiverse Sonic, Multiverse Shadow, and there was one more. What was his name? Speedy Blue, that was the one. And, you know, when I was a kid, you know what they always say, which I kind of grew to this one a little bit. Never meet your heroes, but I didn't give a shit. Because...
Well, even then, everybody else is good except for one, that being...
Yeah, but...
Speedy Blue.
When
Speedy Blue's the worst.
When I joined VR chat, everything was actually going good, you know? Although I did know about, you know, the risk of VR chat. I literally looked everything up. I was prepared. Like, I was dead ass prepared. I made multiple alt accounts back then, you know, like, everything. Like, I was prepared. I had my prep time, just in case. But the only sucky part is, this was back when I was 15. So, once I hit 15, I I joined VRChat. How, you may ask? Through mobile, because it got released on fucking mobile devices.
Yeah, that I was aware of.
Yeah, so I joined, and everything was going good at first. I was like, huh, maybe the YouTube videos were wrong about VRChat, because the first person I ever met was Brandon, aka The Endless Blue. He was my first ever best friend, because in the real world, not many people know this, in the real world, I'm an outcast. All right, I'm an outcast. I used to suffer from a brain bleed when I was younger, and I used to have been able to play sports, but now I can't. I physically can't, because if I get hit, it's game over. I'm dead. Like, I'm dead ass dead. And where I live, if you don't play a sport, you're an outsider. You're an outcast. You don't belong anywhere. But I already had that problem ever since I was a kid, because I was a Sonic nerd. I was the only Sonic nerd where I lived. There was no one to, like, even, like, talk about how I feel and stuff, you know? I also got bullied a lot. And I basically also had a struggle in life. Not just with communicating, but the bullying, not only just the bullying, but my trauma in general, like my stepdad going through psychosis, abusing my mom and stuff, and nearly being broke to the point where I was nearly homeless at the age of 13. It took a total effect on me, caused me to have social anxiety. And I couldn't take it anymore. Like, there was at one point where I felt like I wanted to, end it all. But at that time, like, I was also depressed, because depression runs through my bloodline. Like, I was going through hell. And that's when I made the character Reaper the Hellrider Hedgehog. I wanted it to be based, it was my coping, it was way of my coping. I used to imaginate him. I couldn't draw because I was terrible at drawing, I was terrible. So it was pretty much hard, but I basically laid out the designs of what he would look like. Purple Blue Hedgehog, who has suffered from a lot of bullshit in his life. And the lore was kind of hard to make, but yeah, after that, I decided to join VRChat. Because the reason why I mostly wanted to join VRChat, it was a way to escape the real world. It was a way, to, like, get all the bad stuff out of your way. You know what I mean? Because people usually say that, oh, VRChat is the way to escape reality. And I really wanted to believe that. Because I wanted to escape from reality. I wanted people to not know who I am and make fun of me for who I am. Because where I live, people already know who I am. Even after I became a content creator, people make fun of me for it. People manipulated me. Like, there was this one time where, and I'm going to say my actual first government name because people already know who I am on the internet. People usually say, hey, Lucas, this guy called you a bitch, or hey, Lucas, this guy called you a retard. Like, people used to manipulate me because I was very easy to manipulate. And that was the effects of the brain bleed. The effects of the brain bleed caused that much fucked up. Like, it literally caused that.
Oh, Jesus.
So I was easy to manipulate. I was very gullible. Like, it was just a hard time. So I decided to, get VRChat. To start over. Make actual friends, like my mom said. Because she always told me, even through my roughest times, she always said, you will find your people one day. You will. And I just kept on holding on to that hope. Because I so badly wanted to, have friends. I just wish I could have people I can communicate with. Because it was a rough struggle. I didn't have anyone to talk to about my feelings. I didn't have anyone to talk to for anything, really. So, after VRChat, after I heard about the, announcement of VRChat coming to mobile, I was so fucking excited. Not only due to the fact that you can make friends and stuff, but it's the fact that you can become, this was the most satisfying thing to me. It's the fact that you can become whatever character you want, and no one will judge you. Like, if you want to be Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, no one will
Bet
judge
Zavok
you,
would feel right at home here.
you know?
Wonder how he's doing.
You would actually feel
Terrible, I
accepted.
hope.
And that's what I so badly wanted in life, was to be accepted for who I am. So after I joined VR chat, things were going good. I met Brandon, all that stuff, until one day, things changed for the worse. I met Gage, Purityverse Gage. He was originally called Purityverse Gage. And back then, this was when I was so easy to manipulate and stuff, right? I was such a multiverse Sonic nerd. Trust me, if you met my younger self, my happy, joyful self, you would see why I was such a multiverse Sonic nerd, right?
Yeah.
And I was talking about multiverse Sonic, and Gage started saying, "Hey, I know multiverse Sonic," and my dumbass believed him, you know, because I'm that gullible, you know, I'm that easy to like flip a switch, you know. But not anymore. I'm more prepared. I'm more, you know, social anxiety, like, can change you. Mentally and physically. But I was like, oh shit, you are? And he said, yeah, I used to have been friends with him and all that shit. And then after that, we talked for a little bit. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I think I like this guy. I might as well be friends with him. Little did my dumbass know that was going to change for the worse. So, and then after that, we started hanging out more. And this was before I became the content creator that everybody now knows and loves, Reaper the Hellrider Hedgehog. I was just a guy who just makes music and just does nothing. So, as a way to help my mom, because this was during the time when I was still like broke, you know, I really wanted to help my mom. I really did. So I decided to try and get a job and do something that I love, which was originally it was making music. I really loved making music and stuff. So I decided to go ahead and ask Gage. I was like, hey Gage, you're a content creator, right? He said, yeah, my name is Purityverse Gage and stuff. And I decided to ask if I could work for him as his music producer. I know it wouldn't do much, but at least that was a good start in my head. You know, being someone's music producer, right? Because everybody wants a job to help out their families and stuff. I never did it because I wanted to, like, be friends with Gage or anything. I just wanted to, like, help due to the fact that I was just in a rough spot in life, you know? If you're in a rough spot where you're broke, you have nothing, no money or nothing, it puts you in that state of mind where you have no other choice, you know? So I started hanging out with Gage more and more, and then after that he started talking shit about Multiverse Sonic and stuff, and I believed it. I was that gullible, and it was due to the fact that he was so, for some reason, easily able to guilt trip me. Like, he kept on bringing up the fact of how he was broke, because the reason why I fell for his guilt trips about him being broke, it's because I was broke, you know? I know what that feels like. Like, it hurts. Like, what the fuck can you do? You can't do anything. Like, how the fuck are you gonna eat? How the fuck are you gonna take care of your kids? All that stuff. Like, it's so painful and so depressing about being broke. Like, it puts you in a fucked up state of mind, which is what it did for me. So, a couple, like, you know, weeks, from weeks to months, like, to days passed, I started hearing from people about how Gage was this pedophile. I didn't believe it. I'm gonna be honest. My dumbass didn't believe it. And I even defended him. I don't know why I did. I think it was because he kept on guilt tripping me. Because that was his motive. His motive was to guilt trip people. That's what I remember mostly. But I started sticking up to him, and then after that, like, you know, it got so crazy to the point where, like, Devil, Chase, and all that stuff, they started, like, coming to me, like, in a Russian tone. And here's the thing, I am very much a hard-headed person, which you've seen yourself. I am very much hard-headed. But the only reason why I'm hard-headed, it's because I don't like people yelling at me or coming to me in a chaotic tone, you know? It causes me not to believe them. But that all changed because, I met Blaze DeHaze. He was a pred catcher at the time. Like, you know, he was exposing the true horrors of VR chat. And I met him. But not only did I met him, I think I missed out some key details. I think, but it's been so long. That shit was like 2 years ago, a year ago, I think. I can barely remember all the events, but there was just so much fucked up. I remember one time where he dated a minor named Poppy Chassido. I tried warning him about it. And he kept on saying, oh no, she's an adult and stuff. And I was like, alright, you're lost. But he didn't care. I could tell. Which is why I was starting to become a little skeptical. He also kept on flirting with me with a female feminist Rouge, like Amy Rouge avatar. And he kept on trying to flirt with me. And I was like, I think I was like 16 or 15 at the time still. I think I was 15 about to turn 16. So yeah, he did all that. And then after that, like, people started telling me I finally believed it. But then I came back rushing to Gage. I started falling for his guilt trip again after they literally showed me proof and evidence. But then again, you can't blame my past self, you know? I didn't know much about Preds or anything like that. Like, I've seen documentaries, I've seen that shit, but I never knew, like, what are the key steps to, like, being aware of predators, you know? Like, I didn't know jack shit about VR chat. How the fuck was I supposed to know that there are, like, a bunch of predators on this game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it was hard. It was hard for me to, like, even know how to do this stuff. Especially when you suffered from a brain bleed, like, you could already tell it fucked me up. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, it fucked up pieces of my brain. And so after a while, Gage got friend requested by Multiverse Sonic. I think it was either Gage who friend requested him or Multiverse Sonic who friend requested him. And this is when the Blaze DeHaze, like, part 3 video took over. So then after that, I decided to join. Because my ass was still being manipulated, you know? I was being guilt tripped. So I decided to join him. And then Multiverse Sonic knew about me. And he heard about the fact that I used to talk shit about him. Because of Gage. It was because of Gage. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh yeah, sorry. Because I tried to brush it off. I was like, oh yeah, sorry about that. You know, because I was scared, you know? Because it was my fucking favorite. It was my favorite YouTuber. Like, tell me you wouldn't be scared at that moment.
I would be scared. Or shy at best.
I would mostly be scared. Because I was worried how it was going to unfold. But then after that, there was this person who came into the room, like not only Multiverse Sonic, but it was also this one person who apparently is a predator now, Fish Sticks. She came to me with the most calmest tone ever, and I felt comfortable. Like, for once in my goddamn existence of suffering from, like, trauma, mental problems, like, I actually felt comfort. I've never felt that in my life. And I was like, okay, I think I could actually believe them. And then they started showing me photo evidence, video evidence, explaining all the stuff. You know, like, in a way, like, gave me, like, snapping me out of the manipulation. And it worked. It worked because I started to realize what the fuck I did was wrong. And I was like, oh my god, it finally hitted me. It finally fucking hitted me. This fucker was using me to get what he wants. And what did he want, you may ask? He wanted people to be brainwashed so that way he could attack Multiverse Sonic. But not only to attack Multiverse Sonic, but to get his way with kids. It struck so hard in my mind that I knew what the fuck to do at that moment. I decided to warn people. Like EXC, Devil. So I went to EXC first. Even though that me and him, we never had the best connection back then. But I know EXC would trust me on this one. So I told him, I explained to him. I showed him the proof and evidence. And that's when hell got on, like, went loose. EXC, unlike me, I just wanted to warn people, right? I just wanted to warn people. He wanted to fight Gage. he wanted to basically get revenge on Gage. And guess what EXE did?
What did he do?
He dragged me into it.
Explore. Harvest all
He
you need
dragged
from
me
the island
into the
to
fucking
succeed.
drama. He dragged me into streams. He dragged me into this, and that.
Seek the
Right?
one you call Elder Coco.
And because there
Right.
were so many people, I thought we low-key had a fighting chance. So I was like, you know what? Maybe just one time it wouldn't hurt. Dare I say, it was the worst mistake ever, or was it? Because we did win at the end of the day, true. But what was the cost? Me losing my mental health? Me getting doxxed? Me
Use
being
your
harmed?
companions to better navigate
know?
the island.
So I decided,
Enter the purple portal
will this fucker shut up?
to find the keys and resources you need.
I'm gonna wait.
All will aid you in your journey.
Sorry, as I was saying before this fucker literally interrupted me. So I just thought that we had an actual fighting chance. Dare I say I was so wrong. But, you know what I kept on doing though? I kept on confronting him. To the point where like, I started to rage bait him. You know? I kept on confronting him about all the shit that he's done, all the lies he has told me, all the times he used me to get what he wanted. And then he started like saying, oh, you're just a toxic person who literally, like, he tried reverse psychology me, like fucking like making me blame myself for the shit I've done, you know? It's hard to explain on what he did. But it nearly worked. It nearly got to me, I will admit. But it didn't get to me enough because I was so filled with heartbroken pain and anger and sadness. Like, I lost trust in someone that I thought was my friend, who turns out to be a psychotic predator just using kids to get what he wants. So I kept on rage baiting him and stuff. And then after that, you know, like, I decided to make my own YouTube channel. And then I started calling him out. At first, I just wanted it to like be I just wanted to be a Gmod content creator, right? Until like I got so fucking dragged into, not just even dragged into, but obsessed with taking that fucker down. Like, I was like, fuck it, we're taking this fucker down once and for all. Because then people started coming to me and EXE. More victims each and every single day. Like, you don't know how many victims came to us about Gage. So many fucking victims came to us. It was so bad. Like, so we decided to take it into our own hands. We didn't want to, but how are we able to trust people in VR chat? Because you gotta understand why me and EXE did this in the first place. Yeah, we were young, and yeah, it was kind of like vigilantism a little bit, but how could we trust adults on this game when literally there's like predators in this game? Like, who can you trust, you know? It leaves you
Right,
knowing
exactly.
like how you can trust. So I decided
Trust and communication is a two-way street.
exactly. But not only that, people like adults are easy to manipulate kids nowadays. It's like very
Yeah.
common. So I decided to go ahead and take on the quote-unquote, this is what literally Gage and the others called me, the VR chat vigilante persona. They started labeling me as a vigilante. Some labeled me as a hero, some labeled me as a vigilante. So
Personally, I would have taken it as fucking Batman.
that's what I did. I literally just did that. I was like, you know what? But instead of Batman, I chose Aiden Pierce because I love Watch Dogs. So I decided to go ahead and take on the mantle of, you know, taking down Gage on my own without any help. And it was working. It was working for quite some time. I started getting into his head. I started making him go schizo, all that shit. It was working. Everything was so planned out until I met Fangs. Fang the Hedgewolf. He changed my life forever. He taught me things that I never even knew that I was capable of. He taught me like ways of being a pred catcher, way of getting into Gage's mind. Like, now I understand Gage like a fucking book. It's like playing a game of chess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Thane, you know, like, saw how I was doing, you know? And we done enough apparently in his eyes, but my dumbass decided to say I wanted to help. Because I wasn't done. I had unfinished business. I wanted to take him down. For good. For the safety of every kid on that game. I would do anything. Even risk my own life to protect the kids on the game. So, Thane told me what? And he said, I'll tell you what. I'll train you. And he taught me almost some of the stuff. He didn't teach me everything because he said once I hit 18, that's when he'll teach me the real shit. How to actually be a pro at catching preds. And I was determined. So I started making streams, exposing, warning people on the internet. And then after that, it started catching the eye of millions of people. I started getting interviewed. I started getting viewers, fans. And people were so happy that I was calling them out. It got so insane to the point where, like, kids on VR chat recognized who I was, and they said, hey, that's Reaper the Hellrider, the Predator Catcher, the VR chat hero, the VR chat vigilante. And then kids started coming to me about more Predators and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm on it. And it actually felt good. It felt good that I was helping people out. Because that was one of my dreams, was to help people out. Besides doing YouTube content, one of my most beloved dreams was just to help people out, protect people from bad people, you know? In a more legal way, because I have a code. I have a code, for sure. Do not dox, do not harass, none of that.
Yeah,
you know the rest. So that's why I kept on doing what I did, and then after that, like, I met this guy on my comment section named Serial Designation, and then he tried falsely exposing me, saying that I was a Pred supporter. So I went to Lucas the Ancient. This was during the time when the Gage War was happening, you know, and then after that, you know, like, Serial Designation started, like, mentioning me non-stop, harassing me in a way. And I decided to keep on going ahead and stop Engage. I didn't pay too much about Serial until EXE called me one day. He said, dude, we need your help about something. I was like, what? What is it? And he's like, this Serial guy is more worse than we thought. And apparently his original name was Cream Kid. And he was a predator who fucked a 12-year-old in a Chuck E. Cheese bathroom. IRL.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he did so much fucked up shit. And it turns out, originally we thought he was a hacker, but it turns out he can dox people. And he somehow got into the EXE server, got everyone's faces, and everyone in that community. Let me remind you, there are 600 members in the EXE Guardians. Most of them are minors. Most of them. And their faces were about to get leaked by a fucking autistic predator. So, without a fucking thought, because everyone was in panic, I told everyone to stand down. And I took up the mantle of stopping Serial and Gage. I decided to stop two predators at once to make sure Serial wouldn't release those photos of people's faces. So I risked it all. I started calling him out. I started literally talking face to face to both Gage and Serial. And then after that, I finally got Serial to take down the faces. I finally got him. So yeah, in a way, I basically risked my own ass to save a bunch of minors, which was heroic of me, I will admit, but it came with a cost. Because you wanna know why? After many long battles, and after many times, we finally, like, got rid of his YouTube channel and stuff. Then Gage literally started hating me. He started growing hatred over me more and more by each day. He hated me so much to the point where he wanted me dead. And I'm not joking. He wanted me dead. So then after that, I decided to confront him one last time as a celebration. Dare I say it was the worst mistake of my life. Because it turns out this confrontation was different from the rest. Because after I started joking around, you know, fucking around with Victory, not taking it serious like I usually do, he said, "But are you sure about that, Lucas?" And it shocked me for a second.
I feel like I can almost hear cyberspace.
It shocked me for a minute because I was like, and he said, "Struck a nerve, didn't I?" I was like, "How the fuck do you know my name?" And then after that, he said my full government name on VR chat. He started listing out the facts that I was a skater. And it turns out, this fucker was spying on my Instagram. Now, before you say anything, I never posted my social media on YouTube yet. So it turns out this fucker was stalking me. But it wasn't all. It turns out him and Serial were working together all along. And they've been planning this for months. And months upon end. And then after that, he started listing out the fact. He literally made threats saying, maybe I should go after your family next. Or maybe the ones you love. Or maybe your siblings. And that struck a nerve harder than you can ever imagine. And I was like, you do not talk about my family. He said, oh, so there's the real you. Because I was about to go full on ape shit on him. But then after that, I decided to leave. But before I left, I told him to leave me alone. Once and for all. Or else I will come back. And I said, if he ever touches my family, or tries to threaten or harm my family, I would come after him personally. And I wasn't joking. And if I had to, I would beat the ever-living shit out of him. Because I meant it. Because I don't care. When it comes to family, you're keeping my family out of this. They are the only thing I have left that keep me sane enough to keep on going in life. So then after that, I told Fang and the others. So we decided to prepare for all of this. And then he brought up my ex Maria. He started stalking her. And then after that, it got so bad to the point where, like, you know what, fuck it, we need to take this guy down once and for all. So weeks to days to months, I started going after him each and every fucking day. I literally went after him for so long, I literally lost track of sleep. Because I was too, in a way, you can say I was basically Vigilante Deku. If you watch My Hero Academia. You know that one phase that Deku went through? That's basically what I went through. Like, I was so tired. I was so numb. But I couldn't give up. I couldn't. Because the people who I promised to, they need me. And I promised everyone on that game that I would protect them no matter what. So I kept on going. I kept on fighting. I kept on protecting people. I kept on stopping predators each and every day. And then predators started to fear me. They called me the VR Chat Vigilante. That is how I got the name. And then my viewers started calling me that. GG Warriors including started calling me the VR Chat Vigilante. But Fang and the others, they saw me as a civilized hero, not a vigilante. But I didn't care. I liked the title. It actually felt comfortable, like almost natural. So I kept on doing what I did, and I started hunting down more predators than just Gage. I hunted down Sophia Falco, Zamponi. Nick Light was on my list, but like I said to you before, after I heard about how dangerous he could possibly be, I decided to call that one off. For my safety, you know. And then one day, shit started going downhill real fast. Gage doxed my government name and face, which I believe I showed you that, actually. Didn't I show you that screenshot?
You showed me with screen shared before at one point.
Yeah, he doxed my government name and doxed my face, and he said, and I know if you guys don't want to hear my name, but since I'm already known on the internet, and literally Google knows who the creator of Reaper the Hellrider is, like my government name at this point, I guess I could say it. Lucas McDowell, track him down and kill him. and it showed a picture of my face, and I didn't think of that much at the time. So we decided to make a police report. We made a police report contacting his police station about all of his whereabouts. And apparently, from what the police station told me, is that this isn't the first time that they dealt with Gage. Because it turns out he's a mentally sick fuck and narcissistic fuck. Which is fucking insane to believe. But then after that, days started going by faster than you can count. Fang and I were slowly starting to get into his head. Not just me and Fang, but the pros as well. We all were getting into his head. To the point where he literally started calling himself the savior or the son of God and shit. Like Homelander type shit. If that makes sense. Like he was that fucking crazy. He believed that he was the fucking messiah or a fucking savior. Isn't that fucking crazy to believe?
Unless you want to go through delusion.
Yeah. So in a way, I guess you could say I was the actual Batman. Because he was in a way the fucking Joker. But yeah, I kept on chasing after him. I kept on warning people. Like I warned everyone about every single predator. Like I one time helped like these kids. They were being like nearly groomed by one pred named Ruby Rose. I got him off the platform actually.
Oh fuck.
And then I confronted them. I forgot. It was a while back.
Was the name based off of Ruby itself?
It was just Ruby Rose. And they sounded like they were on the spectrum. And they literally admitted to grooming, like being sexual towards 2 5-year-olds or 6-year-olds in VR chat. And then I decided to let my actual anger out that I've held in so long, because that was my way of scaring them, getting them off the game originally. But Gage, it doesn't scare him. But other preds, it literally scared the hell out of them. So I literally made my voice deep as hell, and I told them, if you ever go near those kids, you will face a more hellish nightmare than what meets the eye. I promise you, I will find you, and I will make sure the police will get called down your house. And ever since then, I've never seen them since. And then the kids started thanking me. And then after that, yeah. But then after that, I just kept on doing what I did. We started successfully beating Gage after like 3 years. Well, actually, possibly either 3 or 2 years of fighting. We finally like deleted his channel, you know. The police report got through. I even called my personal detective where I live about him making that death threat towards me, doxing me and stuff. So I got my police involved as well. And then after that, we just, you know, we finally won after that. You know, he stopped. He originally started talking shit about the police, but then he stopped and he started talking about like God. You know, like almost as if it fucking changed him. Like, asking for God's forgiveness and stuff. He started making YouTube posts about that. He hasn't brought up Multiverse Sonic. He hasn't brought up me or anything like that ever since. As for Serial, well, Serial's still on the loose. But I promised to every one of those kids that I would stop him one day. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But one day. I would make sure he's behind bars. But then after that, you know, like, I just, you know, I started going on with my life. Kept on dealing with bird catching and stuff until it started affecting me so badly to the point where you saw how my mental health was acting. That was the real reason why I was going through, like, a mental health crisis. I was just too tired. I was going through too much. Like, even though that I fought against Gage, I was still scared, you know? And it still traumatized me. Even to this day. And that's why I decided to like stop Preds. And I didn't even really care about my age, nor did I care about my face being shown. At that point, I didn't care at all. The only thing that my objective was in my head was to protect kids no matter what the cost is. Because kids are more important. In my opinion, the children are the most important thing. In my opinion. Because I don't want them ending up with the same fate as me, you know? I don't want them ending up being manipulated or groomed or anything like that. So that's why. That's the whole entire reason why. And yeah,
Right.
and yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Like, my sanity went through so much, but I still kept on fighting for what's right. Because I never gave up. Like, I even had some personal experience with this shit. Like, not only, like, the best thing is about when you're doing predator catching, you actually learn from it. You know, you learn how to be more tactical about your approaches, you know, like, you start learning how to communicate more calmly without getting angry or without the fucking pred, like, getting to you, you know?
Yeah.
It made me, it taught me about, like, gathering evidence, being patient, all that stuff. It taught me a lot. But it still fucked me up. It still fucked me up, but I did learn a lot. But to any other kid, like, who's wanting to do this shit, who wants to try going down the same route as me, trust me, like the Punisher said, do you know how much I've lost? Do you know how much pain I went through? You do not want to be like me. You do not want to admire what I did. Yes, I stole that from the Punisher. But yeah, do you have any questions that you want to ask?
Not at the very moment.
But would you find it very interesting? Or would you find it intense? Because I feel like that was a little bit intense for you.
Not really. Not really intense, but it's something.
Yeah. Like, like, each and every time again, like, I keep on reminding people, guys, it's just a title. I'm not actually a vigilante. I would never be a vigilante.
Well, vigilante is taking the law into your own hands.
Which I never
and all
did,
that.
because I helped the pros stop Gage, and I also contacted my police station, even though that they probably can't do shit. At least I tried. You know, that's all I could do. Because if it's really taking the law into my own hand, why the fuck would I contact my police station and tell them about it?
Yeah.
Like, I was saving up months gathering evidence of him mentioning me for harassment, you know? Because I was gonna put a restraining order on him. Well, not, what was it called? You know that one, that one thingy, where you're not able to get harassed anymore if they do mention you once, they go to jail or they go to court or something like that? Yeah, that's what we were about to do. Which we already were about to, but then after that, like, just, yeah. It was a lot. Do I regret ever being involved in some drama like that? Yes. But was it worth it to protect the people I care about? Hell yes, it was. Because originally, it was the reason why I wanted to fight alongside EXE was to protect them. But now I had more of a reason to do it. It was because not just to protect my friends, but to make sure kids don't become me. You know, go down the same path I did, you know, like trying to catch predators on your own at such a young age, you know? So, like, for example, there was this one kid named Leon. He literally tried basically, in a way, wanting to do vigilantism. He was like, I forgot how old he was. I think he was like 12, 13. He wanted to stop predators for good, in a way. Like, in a way, he wanted to be an actual vigilante. Like, he wanted to take the law into his own hands. Like, he literally tried hunting down predators. And I was like, dude, it's not worth it. You do not want to go down the same path I did. It can fuck you up. It can ruin your life. You can get doxxed or your family can be harmed. You know? And he wouldn't listen. And I understand completely because he's hard-headed. But over time, he finally came to his senses. And he stopped. But there's a reason why I trained EXE. It's to make sure, because there may be a chance that I may never come back, you know? There may be a chance that I may never come back ever again, you know? Like, either that's VR chat, or if I'm just done completely, you know? But before I ever leave, I trained EXE, and I trained some of the community members on how to spot a predator, or if you ever see a predator, do these specific things. And this is to every kid out there who's watching this. Number one, if you see a predator, do not confront. Never confront. Because your life would be at risk. The best thing to do is warn people. Warn people. Gather evidence. Gather, like, enough evidence. If you're talking to a victim, you know, that counts as well. Witnesses count as evidence, kids. And if you ever see a pred catcher, go to the nearest pred catcher. They have to show proof that they're a pred catcher. But if they show proof, go to that pred catcher, explain your experience, block the predator, and report their VR chat account. If it's on YouTube, same thing, just report them. But remember, kids, do not attempt, you know, catching preds. Let the adults handle this, or let the pros handle this, or hell, let the local authorities handle this. Even though if they don't do jack shit, at least let them try. Because trust me, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it to go down the same route I did. Keep on living your life to the fullness, kids. And remember, kids, one more thing to remember. Never give up on your hopes and dreams. And never ever, never ever let anyone bring you down. Because at the end of the day, people are jealous of you. Because they're jealous of how successful you'll become. Up, it's ChatGPT, girl.
What is your end goal?
It varies. Sometimes it's a spinning sign, sometimes it's a big old ring.
No, I mean, what do you want to accomplish?
Oh. Gather up the Chaos Emeralds and save my friends.
And you're sure that is wise?
Kind of the story of my life.
And the voice that commands you. What if it is leading you to disaster?
If they want to start trouble, I'll stop them too.
You certainly make it sound simple. But your arrogance will be your undoing.
Look, either stop being cryptic and tell me what's going on, or skedaddle.
There would be no point.
Nice find. Take it on over to Tails. I'm gonna keep moving.
ChatGPT daughter be like.
But yeah, as you can see, GU Warriors is literally one of the people who I've kind of saved from. And it was from Hawk Sonic.
Oh my god, the fuck, dude.
Yeah, he tried,
man with the...
he tried kissing her and shit. Let's just say that.
Ugh.
Let me remind you, she's 14. Or was it 13? I think it was either 13 or 14.
Well, even then, bro, he has a track record of being a creep.
Yeah, no shit. That's probably why you won't get anywhere in life. But yeah, that's very surprising though that Nick Light like knows who I am, you know? EXE's job though back then was to make sure Nick Light did not know about me. I'm not joking. Because in a way, I'm kind of like his like I'm kind of EXE's like weak spot, if that makes sense. If something happens to me, like he gets all angry and stuff, if that makes sense.
Duh.
I know he's going after one of my other friends and attacking them, which is Xetranosin. But that's all I know about for now. Style points times 100.
And yet you're still stuck at level 1 rings.
Shush. Shush it. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it, alright? We don't talk about it.
I'm just pointing it out.
I know. I just don't care about the ring capacity. I really don't, because what makes the difference? Like, I already beat these boss battles and like...
Final Horizon.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. And you had to remind me of that. Fuck. And you had to remind me one of the most hardest difficulties. I got an idea. Wow, that probably broke my PC as we speak. Anyways. Oh, well, not my problem. Woohoo! Oh wait, I wonder, can I go on that bridge? No, I'm gonna try. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to. Oh shit, there's an invisible wall. That's bullshit. They knew what I was doing. That's fucking wild that they knew. How much have I been streaming for? I forgot how long.
What a while, I think.
I've been streaming for an hour. That's my runtime for me. Yeah, I usually stream just for an hour. Due to the fact that, like, it's just facts. Like, I just have ADHD, okay? I lose interest very fast.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Thank you guys for watching so much. Fucking let me quit the game, damn it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the amazing things. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, by the way. And I'll see y'all guys later. Oh wait, let me do my slogan real quick. I'm Reaper the Hellrider Hedgehog, signing out.